Guys, me again. Just wanted to do a quick video showing you how I would quickly model a tank for the project for engineering design. It's not of any specific dimensions, depth, width, or height, length. And I wouldn't be going into showing you levels and grids. This video is meant to be kept short and ready for Gerald, who asked to be included so that he could be able to model in reinforcements and stuff like that. So I might do a part 2 to show you how I will annotate the reinforcement, but for now I'll show you how to model. So here we go. So first I go into new. Since I'm working in metric, I'm sorry if I'm sounding tired, it's 10:25 p.m. Now, if I'm working in metric, go to browse, go to US Imperial, go back, go to US metric. This is the part. It's in the C drive, program data, Autodesk Revit 2016, templates US metric. Pick the default metric and press OK. It's going to take a little bit here, 3%, 26%. As I said before, I'm not going into annotation or anything like that, and I'm just basically going to draw a simple structure, and that's basically it. I'll just show you how to model the slab and how to model the walls, so on and so forth. Okay, now the purpose of this is not to explain every tab here, what every icon means, the option bars, the levels, the project browser, and the properties bar, the view. You can change the view settings here. You have selection options here. I'm not going to go through that. But one thing I'm going to do quickly is do the setup. So this is level 1 plan view. You can see it highlighted here. I want to create a tank from level 2, go down. If I look at my elevations, so I double click on elevations, doesn't matter north, south. This tank is going to be 4 meters deep, 4,000 millimeters, 4 meters deep, touching on level 1. We're going to create a 12-inch thick slab, 12-inch thick wall, and 12-inch thick walls. I may, if I have time, model the cover for the tank. Okay. Before I start, I want to import certain families that I know I'm going to use later on, which is not included in the default template. So I'm going to load family. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load in the reinforcement. So I'm using the UK library. Scroll down to structural rebar shapes. Press Ctrl A to select all. Ensure I'm not selecting unselect Europe specific. All I need is these numbers here from 0 to 77. Press open. It's going to take a little while to open. Okay, so that's it. Another thing I want to do is to set up my cover in the slab. I want to set up the cover. So you go into, oops, I went too fast. You go into structure, reinforcement, rebar cover settings. This one is 1 inch, 25 millimeters. I'm going to add one. I'll call this foundation cover, and I'm going to put 75 millimeters. I'm going to add another one for the foundation wall, I'll put 35 millimeters, which is about 1.5 inches. That's fine. Press OK. Right, so I want to start modeling. The rebar is in place and my cover is in place. I want to start modeling, so I'll go to the level 2 because I'm going to model from this level, go down. just to let you see what's going on, I'm going to have two screens open. So I'm going to look at the south, press WT. So I want this on the right side, left side. So I'm going to model here, and you're going to be able to see. And you know what? I will model in 3D. I will let you see it in 3D. So this is the plan view and this is the 3D view. So while I'm modeling here, you'll get to see it in 3D in real time. Alright, for the first thing I want to do is create the wall. So Revit gives you a bunch of options. This is a 200mm generic wall, which is 8 inches. I'm looking for a 12-inch thick wall. So when I scroll along, I am seeing a retaining 300mm concrete wall. I will use that, that's fine. 300 is close to 1 feet. I look at my option, depth, unconnected. I'm going to let it drop down to level 1. I want to model it from the finished face exterior. No offsets, and everything's fine. I could change the cover one time, and I think I will do that. So I want the foundation wall cover. So I won't have to go back and do it. And I'm just going to create 21, I'll keep it 15 meters by 15 meters. I could change the values here, 15 meters. I could change the value here, 15 meters. Alright, you see this being shown here? It's, I want to see it shaded. So, right, okay. So that's that, modified. So the wall is in place. Now, I want to model the slab. Now my slab is going to be, I'm going to be extreme. It's going to be 4 feet wider than the perimeter of this wall. So I'll go into floor. I'm looking at a 300 thick concrete, in situ concrete. So you're going to use a generic. I'm just going to edit the type to make sure that it fits my purpose. So the structure material, but so the structure is 300, which is fine, but I want to create a concrete. I want to create a concrete material, so that way I'll be able to model rebar into the concrete. Before I do this, let me create a duplicate of this generic, and I'll give it a unique name: water tank floor 300 millimeters. Alright, go to edit. I'm going to change the structure. This is the material browser. I will type concrete, and then you have concrete sand cement screed, which is good for plastering. Cast institute is what I'm looking for. Basically, this is the concrete that will be casted on site. If you go here, just as a side note, you have the appearance, physical, mechanical. You're seeing the megapascals, the Poisson ratio, shear modulus, all the mechanical properties of the concrete. Press OK. Alright, OK. OK. Right. So I want this floor to be modeled on level 1, not level 2. I want the rebar cover to be foundation cover. And I'm going to use the walls, use the pick walls. I want the offset to be 4 feet, which is about 1200 millimeters. So you see it shows a dash line that's 4 feet off the wall. This dash line shows the major direction of the slab, and this will predicate the major direction of the rebars. So if you want to change this, you could go to span direction and just pick this line and change this to that. When I'm finished here, press the check mark. It's taking a little while, it's modeling, it's regenerating. And if you look in the 3D browser and use the navigation wheel, model a 1 foot thick or 300 millimeter thick floor. Alright, so that is basically it. Now I want to start modeling the rebars in the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a section. Before that, I like my sections looking a certain way, so I will go back into Insert, Load Family. This is not necessary for you, but this is just my preference. Annotations, Architecture, and Section Head with arrow. Press open. Right. So now I go to section, cut a section through the wall and the floor. Select, and I'm going to change the head to arrow. Now this step is not necessary, it's just an appearance that I like. I like the arrows instead of the big head. So this section, you could give it a name on the properties palette. This says section 1, I'll call it A-E. Right, double click on the section head, and this is the section here, cutting through the section. Okay, let's change the scale to 120. Right? Okay, so now I'm going to start modeling the reinforcement. So I want to start modeling this wall. So I can click on this elevation here, double click, and this is the elevation here, WT. So now we have WT, WT, right. So what we do, select the head, the wall, and if you notice it's selected here as well. Select the area reinforcement, press OK, press no. I don't want to tag this. I said for the next video we will tag it, and we're going to change, typically use 16mm bars, and we're going to space them at 250. So you have the exterior major, the exterior minor. The major is the direction the decider was major. You have the exterior minor. So I'm going to model 16mm for, and the same, well, 200 for minor. Major is going to be 250. The good thing about this is that if you realize that you need to change the spacing, you can always come back and change it after the fact. Change 16. Alright, I will also press edit the visibility states. I want to see this in actually I'll change that after that. Bam bam bam. I want to, this is the wall. Now you see, I notice I stopped here because this wall is on that face and I want my major direction to be on this. So all my major bars will be going up and minor bars will be going horizontally. So when you finish, just press area reinforcement to sketch completely outside the host. Okay, so what we could do is undo that. Let's see where the host is. This wall. How does delete this? I think this wall actually starts here and finishes here. Change the major direction and we press. Right, so no errors. So we want to see this in 3D. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a copy of this 3D view, duplicate view, duplicate, and we're going to call it F2. 3D rebar view. This is not necessary for you, but this is just for me to show you how it's going to look. I'm going to Control A. I'm going to select everything, not the rebar, not the structural reinforcement, and I'm just going to change, because I really just want to say the rebars. Okay. Right. So now everything is grayed out except the rebars. So you see, this is the rebars we just modeling. See the two faces, space that exactly 10 inches apart or 250. So we're gonna do the rest. So X out that. We'll do this side. UT. This wall is from this end right up to here. You're going to do the area. Now the last settings you use will remain here. You can always check it back. So there's no need for me to go and do over that whole process. Change the major direction to this vertical. And that's done. Change the edit visibility to make sure that it's shown in 3D. So you see, we just model that. Isn't that cool? So I don't need the west elevation now. I need north. So north elevation. It's gonna do the same process. Area. Change the major direction. Green tick. Ensure that it's being seen in the. So, see it? That's great. That's actually really, really cool. And if you look at the section now, change it to define. You're actually seeing the rebars. I think next class I'll show you how I will go about annotating these rebars. So, right, we just have one more wall to face, and that's the south view. be so? No, I don't think so. Let's double check. No, it's not south but west. So if I select this wall, right, so that's add rebar to that, or oops, not rebar, escape. Area reinforcement using the rectangle tool. Change the major direction. I think I may have gone past the wall, so what I'll do is I'll pick this line and I'll use the move command to move it back, and that should be it. Right, so it was outside the host, so we're going to do delete X, yes, so it stops here and goes to the end. So let's do over the whole process. That's it. That's it. Oh, that worked out. So in 3D view, right, so the last thing we need to do is the slab. And when I'm finished here, you'll get to see the slab at the bottom. So pay attention to the right side as well. So select the slab. Now you see here we can add slope. Now this is important. We can modify the slab elements, creating slopes, because this is important because your slab, you will want a slope towards a certain point if you put in like a sub pump or anything like that. But if I do have time, I could always show you. But not now, not today. Alright, so I'm going to do the same area reinforcement using the rectangular tool, picking one end, this end, using the same 60mm bar. I will keep this 300. I really don't know at this moment what the spacing is. Very unlikely that in real life, in actuality, that's going to be 300. It's usually 8 inches or 10 inches. Very rarely it's more than that. I want to see this in my 3D view as well. So I'm done there. Press yes. Oh, there you are. So in 3D, you see it gets a little thick because see, if you see me rotating at the bottom there, right? But in the section, which would be great for your construction drawings. So the next step would be to model in, like to tie in bars, right? To tie in rebars, to tie into these steel coming in here. And we will also try to, if you have time, annotate. Just to let you know the cover that we set before. If I use my measuring tool, wall faces. So if we measure the distance between here and here, that's actually 75 millimeters. So Revit automatically constrains the end of this bar 75 millimeters away from the face. This is known in construction as concrete cover. From this bar to this as well, 75. And without even trying, I already started to annotate this detail here. But as well, the cover from here was 35. That's cool, right? Same thing on this side. Oops, not there. Not there. Right? Minus. Oops. Right? So I'm already starting to give it some annotations, but as I said, next time we will continue this exercise. Alright, I hope you have enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you did.